Hyundai today, only at your local Hyundai dealer. And by the New York Lottery, get out there and play. And by Optimum Fiber, get Optimum, the fastest fiber internet. Don't take slow for an answer. Look back at some of the great players who have played both here in Colorado and for the Bombers in New York. Joe Girardi was at the beginning of that list.
He was the original Rocky back in '93. I think he was taken off the Cubs roster, right?
Picked up in the expansion draft. Started here when Colorado began their franchise.
I didn't know Giambi was Rocky, though.
Big G.
A little rough then.
Well, we're going to take a look at the New York Yankees starting lineup this afternoon. Paul Goldschmidt, a red-hot hitter, leading off playing first. Ben Rice back in the lineup, DHing. Aaron Judge out in right field, hitting third. Cody Bellinger will clean up and play center field. Jason Dominguez back out in the outfield and left. Anthony Volpe playing shortstop. J.C. Escara gets a start behind the plate. DJ LeMahieu in second, hitting eighth. And Oswald Peraza playing third base and batting ninth.
Now there you see the numbers for Tony Senzatella. Had a little rough start to his year. You look at the hits against 84 hits in those 49 2/3. Well, let's check out the Nissan Pitchers scouting report on Senzatella. First pitch strikes, he's having a hard time getting ahead, and that's one of the reasons why you see those 84 hits against this year. Four-seamer has been getting crushed. That four-seam fastball has an average of 400. And lefties are also crushing Senzatella. 414 average against. He has good stuff. He's just not had the success he's had before in years past.
Senzatella finishing up his warm-up tosses. Look at the defense brought to you by your local Tri-State Chevy dealers. Beck out in left, Doyle again in center field, Moniak out in right, McMahon back at third base, Tovar playing short, Amador at second, Talia at first base. Martini's going to DH, Goodman back behind the plate this afternoon. And Nelly just gave you all of the numbers on Tony Senzatella. And the keys to the game brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Well, early runs, you love to have some early runs to settle down Will Warren, just to let him settle into the game. Keep the line moving. Yesterday, 10 runs in that fifth inning. They were 8 for 17 with runners in scoring position. Every starter had a hit in that Yankee lineup. And make it 6. You win today. That's 6 straight series wins for the Yanks.
I'm glad you bring that up, Nelly. The Colorado Rockies have not won a series all year. The Yankees have been doing a good job finishing up series, trying to take this final game, head out to Anaheim afterwards and play 3 against the Angels. And it'll be Paul Goldschmidt leading off. You see the numbers, 344 batting average and having a good series. First pitch swinging, popped up. McMahon on the move, Goodman behind the plate. Both of them can't come up with it. Let's take a look at Edwin Jimenez behind the plate, and he is a hitter-friendly umpire. Fewer inside strikes on left-handers, fewer low strikes on right-handers, and he's just starting out his big league career, third major league season.
It's like right on that cusp of being neutral and hitter-friendly.
Trying to figure out his strike zone. He's only got 3 years in the league. Come on, he hasn't made all the stops yet.
So we're saying small sample size?
Exactly. Fastball in there to get ahead 0-2. Goldschmidt's had a good series, 4 for 8, couple of RBIs. The Yankees threw 13 on the board yesterday. 21 hits. Well, there's another hit for Goldschmidt. Bounces it right back up the middle, and the Yankees are at it again.
Now, we talked about Goldschmidt yesterday, how it seems like every at-bat or every pitch is a 2-strike approach. That was 0-2. He got a slider out over the middle of the plate. He just goes right back up the middle, real short swing, stays on the baseball a long time.
Ben Rice back in the lineup, DH this afternoon. Grisham gets the afternoon off. We talked about that game yesterday, 13-1, 21 hits. It's a major league high 15th game scoring 8 or more runs. And he looked up and down the lineup. Everybody had a hit, all the starters an RBI. And we talked about it Friday night, Nelly. What a great place to hit here at Coors Field.
Yeah, and Freeland was dealing, only giving up that 1 run in the first inning, the home run by Judge, and then all of a sudden everything fell apart on him in that 5th inning. He and Senzatella really had a rough start in this rotation for the Rockies.
We'll take a look at our game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the New York Yankees, and we'll pay attention to this weather forecast. 56% chance of rain, and a little chilly, 57 degrees, 78% humidity. Word on the street, maybe in a couple of hours, a chance of
3
some rain.
o'clock. Looking at the radar.
Hopefully we can get this one in without any interruptions.
Yeah, you go from about 85 to high 50s. 85 on Friday, high 50s on Sunday.
After the game, the Yankees will pack up and head out to Anaheim. 3 against the Angels, a day off, and then 3 against the Dodgers. So get some beautiful weather out in sunny California. And the 1-2 that misses off the plate in. We were told the scouting report on Senzatella. It's fastball straight, not a whole lot of movement, with a little bit of a slider. And you know Aaron Judge waiting on deck is locked in on those pitches.
Yeah, fastball 94 to 97 has that slider like you mentioned. He'll throw a curveball, a changeup, and a two-seamer. Really shocked that he doesn't throw the two-seamer more, especially here in Colorado. Get a little sink, try to keep the ball on the ground.
Well, it'll be a full count. We'll see if Goldschmidt will be on the move. He's stolen 4 bases on the year. If he is running, it would be trusting a young hitter like Ben Rice to command the strike zone, not expand. If it's over the plate, put it in play. Goldschmidt not running. Rice slices one foul. Ben Rice finished up yesterday's ball game behind the plate, getting a little work catching defensively, and did a good job with Ian Hamilton.
He did. He's gotten some time. He's finished up some ball games behind the plate. Be interesting to see when that first time is where he gets a full game.
There's a hot shot to right field. Moniak comes in, is able to make the play on a line to throw to first. Not in time is Goldschmidt able to get back. So Ben Rice hit it right on the nose. Nothing to show for it.
That was a four-seam fastball, and it's just a line drive. There you see Moniak coming in on it. He tries to get Goldschmidt at first. He's able to get back. There you see Tolia. He's at the edge of that bag. Didn't block the base. Could have been obstruction if he did.
Well, here's Aaron Judge. We talked about him in the open to our show. You cannot miss an at-bat in the first inning. 72 first-inning home runs. Skies this one to right field. Moniak on the move. He's not going to come up with it. It's going to be fair ball. Goldschmidt all the way to third. So not a first-inning home run for Aaron Judge, but a first-inning base hit. And the Yankees are set up here first and third, 1 down.
Now they can hit him over the fence 405 feet, and they can hit one off the end of the bat. The Rockies play him more towards right center field. Moniak, and it just stays fair down that right field line. Nice read by Goldschmidt as well with 1 out. He knew that was going to drop, and he goes first to third.
The Yankees trying to get on the board early, and one of their hottest hitters up at the plate, Cody Bellinger, not happy with that first pitch strike. The month of May, 18 games for Bellinger, a .351 batting average, 11 extra base hits, 14 RBIs. He had 3 hits yesterday, was a homer shy of the cycle. And a chance to get the Yankees on the board early. Goldschmidt off of third, Judge off of first. I just mentioned those numbers for Bellinger in May, and really it's just been about better balance, better pitch selection, not chasing out of the zone. Hot shot. Tolia comes up with it. Goes to second base. They get the out there. And they do not get the next out at first as Bellinger hustling down the line, able to beat it out. It'll be an RBI for Bellinger. Yankees lead 1-0.
Well, I think the Yankees got a break because Tolia probably should have tagged first. and then gone to second. Bellinger has good speed.
Well, for 2 days we talked about the Rockies, not a great defensive team, leading the league in errors. That'll extend the inning for Jason Dominguez, back in left field this afternoon. Played left field on Friday night and did a good job out there, made a couple of nice plays.
Yeah, not an easy outfield to play in. The largest outfield in baseball.
Dominguez 3 for 6 in the series, played left field Friday night, DH'd yesterday. Got a couple of hits from the right side yesterday, so Dominguez's all-around game starting to come together now. Here we're coming up on the end of May. Swing and a miss. Senzatella able to work its way out of the first innings, but the Yankees put a run up on the board. It'll be Will Warren when we come back. Yankees with an early 1-0 lead. Let's take a look at the Colorado Rockies lineup that their manager Warren Schaefer is going to throw out for the final game of this series. Jordan Beck leading off in left field. Tovar, the good shortstop, hitting second. Hunter Goodman back behind the plate hitting third. Ryan McMahon back in the lineup cleaning up playing third. Brenton Doyle out in center field. Michael Tolley at first base. Mickey Moniak out in right field. Nick Martini, the designated hitter. And Adiel Amador hitting ninth and playing second base.
And the numbers for Will Warren on the year, that ERA is going down. His last 3 starts have been outstanding. The strikeouts have been there. 60 strikeouts, almost 12 per 9 for Will Warren. Well, let's check out the Nissan Pitchers scouting report. Early outs, he's done a great job of limiting the number of pitches per inning and also per at bat. He's got a lot of swing and miss. At last 3 starts, 26 strikeouts. But more important, I think 3 walks in those 18 innings. And adapt to the conditions. You don't know how that breaking ball, the curveball, and the slider is going to play here in Colorado. So that's a learn by pitching here in the first inning.
Well, first pitch swinging. Beck blocks it off down the right field line. That's going to be extra bases. Judge comes up with it clean. And Jordan Beck a leadoff double to start off the afternoon for the Rockies.
Well, we saw Colorado in the first 2 games be very aggressive on the fastball, especially early in the count. This was probably a ball, but it's a 4-seamer upstairs that Beck just hammers down that right field line. He's got good speed, but he holds up at second for a leadoff double.
Jordan Beck 1 for 4 in yesterday's game, off to a good start in this one, and that'll bring up the very talented shortstop for the Rockies, Ezequiel Tovar, who was 2 for 3 in yesterday's game. Rockies looking to answer back. Squares the bunt, pulls it back. Well, yeah, Will Warren out on the mound. His last 3 starts, a 1.50 ERA. J.C. Escara behind the plate. These 2 guys have a good thing going. As Tovar skies one down the right field line. This is going to slice and find the seats. We'll take a look at the Yankees defensively, brought to you by your Tri-State Chevy dealers. We've already seen Aaron Judge in right field, Bellinger in center, Dominguez in left, Peraza at third, Volpe at short, LeMahieu at second, Goldschmidt at first, Ben Rice, your DH, just mentioned J.C. Escarra behind the plate, and Will Warren out on the mound. You got Escarra behind the plate, who works well with Will Warren. You had Austin Wells behind the plate yesterday, who's locked in with Max Fried. Kind of like the way Aaron Boone is setting these battery combinations up early on. Slider slapped right back up the middle. Beck, a good jump, but he's going to hold at third as Ezequiel Tovar continues his good series against the Yankees.
Well, adapting to the conditions, and that's the first breaking pitch that Warren has thrown. And here you see it doesn't have that nasty break. The last three starts, he's got a good curveball and a really good sweeping slider with a lot of good bite on it. But here it's not going to play that way like it does in every other stadium. That was a pitch that Tovar just went down and just slapped into center field.
I'll bring up Hunter Goodman, but Nelly, I want to ask you, for a young kid pitching for the first time here at Coors Field and the elevation, you almost see the wheels spinning now, like what's going to happen here?
Yeah, you know, I listened to Meredith's interview about talking to some of the guys about the elements and how to pitch in Colorado, and it's almost, you know, I never wanted to know anything about a stadium as far as you go to Boston and you see the Green Monster, because some of it, and even watching opponents batting practice,
yeah,
you know, I didn't want to see those guys hit. You know, that can intimidate not just a young pitcher, but a veteran pitcher. And I think it's all about feel. You don't really know what your breaking ball is going to do. I think it's all different with everyone. You know, you could go out there and Will Warren say, hey, I don't feel any kind of difference. You know, I'm just snapping that slider off like I do everywhere else. But you can see that it's not breaking like it does everywhere else.
52.80 is the altitude. Warren falling behind in the count to Hunter Goodman, who's been their best RBI guy with 31.
You know, even in spring training in Arizona, you never really saw the true breaking ball. I mean, a good slider. It didn't break as well as once you left spring training and got to your city. I think when you know that you don't have the slider or curveball, you really got to concentrate on the command of the fastball and maybe start using the changeup a little bit more.
Maybe the two-seamer a little bit more too, which we've seen from Will Warren has been a real good pitch for him early on. Misses there, so a walk to Goodman, and the bases are loaded. Nobody out here in the first.
That's a good visit here by Matt Blake and also Escarra, just settling them down. It's the first inning. That's one of the toughest innings for a starter. You get used to the game mound. You have a hitter in there for the first time, and obviously pitching here in Coors Field.
Nelly, for 2 days we've been talking about stay away from the big inning, right, in this stadium. I feel for a young pitcher right now, you trade an out for a run and just try to limit the damage and get out of here.
Exactly, and you're hoping Matt Blake just settling him down, saying, hey, listen, okay, let's a nice little two-seamer. Remember, Mel Stoudemire used to come out every time, and he'd say, hey, okay, let's get a double play, two-seamer away.
Yeah.
And make a good pitch. And, you know, a lot of times hitters will look for that first pitch fastball after a mound visit. But if you're going to throw that first pitch fastball, make it quality.
One of the traps for a young pitcher that I've seen so many times, I'm going to pitch my way out of this and not give up a run. Not an easy situation here. Pitch to contact, trade an out or two maybe for a run and limit the damage and move on. Tough customer up at the plate. Ryan McMahon had yesterday's game off. He's first pitch swinging, fouls it straight back. McMahon a better hitter than his numbers right now, and you see the numbers for Warren his last three. Pretty impressive. 2-0 with a 1.5.
This would be a good opportunity for that changeup. He throws it well a lot to lefties. See if you can get one down and away.
Escarra gets behind him. Beck on the move, and aggressive base running by Jordan Beck. That ball did not get too far away from J.C. Escarra. Aggressive heads-up base running. We're all tied up.
Well, it's a changeup down, and it just gets past Escarra, and Jimenez blocked out Escarra from trying to find that ball. You watch where that ball is. You're right, Flash. It didn't get very far. Beck very aggressive, and Escarra had a hard time with Jimenez, the home plate umpire, shield him from the baseball.
Boy, that is textbook right there from Beck. You take your secondary lead, have your weight forward, so if you see the ball in the dirt, You have good momentum towards home plate. McMahon, 211, 6 home runs, 14 RBIs. He was the All-Star representative last year for the Rockies, and he's a better hitter than those numbers, and had the big hit Friday night. The Rockies took game 1. Yankees playing the infield back. They trade an out for the run. Warren struck out 10 his last outing against the Rangers. I'm sure he's thinking strikeout here. 2-2, misses off the plate away.
Well, you got ahead of the count, and then all of a sudden a couple changeups down, and then you try to backdoor that breaking ball right there, and now it's even, and it's almost a fastball count. If you're going to throw a fastball, it's a good time for a two-seamer down and away.
This fastball down the middle, fouled off. 94 miles an hour with the velo.
And that was right down the middle. 2 fastballs that he's thrown to McMahon, and both have been right down the middle of the plate. And keep that front shoulder closed a little bit longer, flying open here in the first inning.
And the 3-2. That's a ground ball to the right side. Goldschmidt up with it. It'll be an out, but it will also be another Colorado Rocky run as they take an early 2-1 lead. Take a look at StatCast 3D, brought to you by Google and Will Warren and his pitch arsenal.
Well, you see the fastball 93 to 95. He has the sweeper 25% of the time, the two-seamer, the changeup, and the curveball. He really doesn't throw a whole lot. The average against has been outstanding. You know, you see the off-speed, that sweeper and the two-seamer over 300.
Infield defense now brought in, trying to cut off that run at third. And a good sinking fastball to get ahead in the count.
Also, when your breaking ball is not breaking as well as it is here, you have to come inside with a fastball. You're going to have to show them something in. So maybe if you throw that slider away, you'll get a swing and a miss.
We just saw from that graphic, the four-seamer has been a good pitch for Will Warren. He's going with a couple of sinkers here to Brenton Doyle. 216, 4 home runs, 18 RBIs in his 43 games. Swing and a miss on a good four-seamer. So one thing we have seen Nelly early on in his young career, he gets some swings and misses on fastballs in the strike zone.
It looks like it has some late life to it.
Doyle 1 for 4 in yesterday's game. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Will Warren. 2 down.
Another four-seam fastball upstairs. Climbs the ladder on him at 94 miles an hour.
Well, 2 down will bring up the switch-hitting first baseman Michael Toglia. Drove in the only run in yesterday's game for the Rockies. Hot shot. Volpe to his backhand, comes up with it. Will he have enough on the throw? And he doesn't. Toglia able to beat it out, an infield single. And another run scored for the Rockies. A nice play by Volpe to get there going to his right. Couldn't get enough on the throw.
Yeah, it looked like he might have slipped on that grass too. This is a heck of a play. It's a hard shot. Looks like he had a hard time getting it out of his glove, and also they may take a look at this.
Yankees are going to challenge this call. Crew chief on the left, Andy Fletcher. Is there enough to overturn it?
After review, the call on the field is overturned. Runners out.
Call on the field is overturned. So a great play by Anthony Volpe, who did have enough on the throw. We'll be back.
Your game is on MLB Network Radio every day and night with Sirius XM. Catch live hometown broadcast for every game all season long. MLB Network Radio, only on Sirius XM.
Dad said Christmas dinner was no problem. It was. Don't let this be you.
Use your IQ, Dad.
The IQ Sense isn't just a thermometer. It's your secret weapon for hosting holiday gatherings. This holiday season, raise your culinary IQ with the IQ Sense thermometer from Chef IQ.
Travel. It's gone from being an adventure to a checklist. But the world is still full of wonder. You just need a better way to find it. Introducing Airbnb Experiences. Master ramen with an award-winning chef. Dive into underground jazz with a renowned bassist. Or see Notre Dame with her. She helped restore it, by the way. Don't just see a place. Experience it.
Captain America: Brave New World is streaming on Disney Plus May 28th.
Wait for it. You want me? Come and get me!
Captain America: Brave New World, streaming May 28th on Disney Plus.
On a distant world, darkness marched ever closer. In the hour of reckoning, you stood as one.
Hey, let's check out our FanDuel's live same-game parlay. Paul Goldschmidt to record 2+ hits. Volpe to record an RBI. Will Warren to record 7+ strikeouts to hit that 3-way parlay.
You like that? I like that.
Will Warren, you got to love his strikeout stuff. Volpe has been swinging the bat well. Had 3 hits yesterday, 2 RBIs, couple of runs. Anytime you mention Paul Goldschmidt laying out a hit or two, that's pretty good.
Well, he already has one.
Pretty good bet. Mentioned the 3 hits, couple RBIs, and 2 runs for Volpe yesterday. That tied a season high in hits from a game earlier against the Pittsburgh Pirates. And this ball hit well deep to right center field. Doyle back. That's going to be off the wall, and it gets away from Doyle. Volpe around second, on his way to third. Anthony Volpe continues his hot hitting with a leadoff stand-up triple. Drove that ball a long way.
Well, good aggressive swing. A fastball right down the middle of the plate, and it's just going to carry out to center field. The center fielder Doyle, watch how this carries out. Bill goes back, thinks he might have a play on it, and it hits right above the bullpen there. Ricochets towards left field. That allows Volpe to get in there with a leadoff triple.
And Nelly settle in. This might be one of those days. Both clubs look like they're swinging the bats. Big swing and a miss from J.C. Escarra.
And the Rockies will play their infield back as well. Give up a run for an out.
Home run, 4 RBIs. Escarra played first base to finish up yesterday's game. Picked up a base hit. The 2-1 from Senzatella, and that's slapped the other way, and that's going to be a base hit. Volpe scores easily. Escarra around first. He will settle into second base with an RBI double, and the hits just keep on coming for the Bombers. We're all tied up at 2.
Escarra in the hitter's count, 2-1 fastball. That's an outstanding piece of hitting right there. You could easily roll over on that because you want to be aggressive. He just goes the other way. A pitch on the outside corner. There you see the third baseman McMahon playing more towards shortstop, so he was well off the line.
Well, they bring up DJ LeMahieu. DJ's enjoyed his time back at Coors Field, for 3 for 7 in the series, looking to add on here. As Escara takes his lead off of second base. Batting average now at .269, a home run, 3 RBIs. And Nelly, when I watch LeMahieu hit, it reminds me of Goldsmith, that the situation is going to dictate what he's trying to do. Runner at second, nobody out. Almost guarantee you he's looking to drive the ball to the right side of the field, drive in a run, if not advance a runner. Yep, that inside out swing fouls it off.
No, yesterday was a much needed game for him. He got off to a decent start, then slowed down a little bit, and those 3 hits, 3 for 5 with an RBI yesterday. He needed that one.
He's played 10 games against the Rockies in his career. The batting average now at .459. Behind in the count here, 0-2. Two runs on 4 hits for the Yankees, 2 runs on 2 hits for the Rockies.
And the Rockies playing LeMahieu the other way. The infield shaded more for him to hit the other way. There you see Tovar, the shortstop. He's playing close to second base.
Hitters will always say you try to drive a ball to the right side, but you get 2 strikes, you just battle, hang in there. Good take at a slider off the plate. Hitters will also tell you they know the matchups day in and day out. Nelly, you face a tough right-hander, you're going to have your work cut out for you, but you see in numbers with the pitcher here this afternoon. Check swing, did he go? And he did. First out here in the second. But this is a matchup that the Yankees are looking forward to this whole weekend.
Well, especially with the 4-seam fastball. We talked about the average against over 400 on that 4-seamer, and there you go. LeMahieu just thinking going the other way, and he just got fooled a little bit on that fastball upstairs and couldn't hold up.
One down to bring up the number 9 hitter, Peraza. Oswald 1 for 4 in yesterday's game. Drove in his 9th run of the year. Also made a bunch of outstanding defensive plays at third base.
When you go into a park like this as a hitter, do you know that, hey, I'm taking away a lot of the off-speed stuff from a pitcher, and I just have to look dead red because you know it's not going to break like it does everywhere else?
I never felt that way. I just felt like when I stood in the batter's box and I looked out to the outfield, there was so much space. And you recognize that the ball didn't break as much, the curveball, the slider, but it wasn't like you walked up to the plate saying, I know it's not going to be a good pitch. There's a perfect look at all of that real estate out in the outfield. Since 1995, the offensive comparison, batting average just under 300 at Coors Field. Slug is up, on base is up. Volpe led off with a triple, Escara an RBI double. LeMahieu struck out, and a 3-2 count to Peraza, fouled off. We'll do it again. Another 3-2 pitch. Ground ball to the left side. McMahon up with it. 2 down.
Just looks like Peraza's pulling off the ball a little bit. Even that fastball away that he fouled off over the Rockies dugout. Maybe opening up a little too much, even on that breaking ball, opening up that front hip. Not able to hit it the other way. Get good wood on it.
Oh, 2 down, bring up Paul Goldschmidt back to the top of the lineup. He led off the game with a base hit. Big hole on the right side for Goldschmidt. Curveball just misses. You look at the numbers for Senzatela. 8 losses or most in the major leagues. I'm seeing a lot of good swings here. First inning into the second. The numbers. .380 batting average against, highest in the major leagues. And the K percentage the lowest. And a 1-2 to Goldschmidt. Spoils that one.
If you can't get swing and miss in this park, you're going to have a long day.
He's another one of those pitchers who went through Tommy John surgery, making his 11th start of the season. Most starts since 2022. That gets away from Goodman behind the plate. Ascara will make his way over to third.
Well, he catch on one knee. He did a nice job of trying to keep that in front of him. Go down as a wild pitch. Maybe that breaking ball will be elevated just a little bit more. Afraid to bounce another one.
Popped up. Who's going to make the play? McMahon settling underneath it. And that'll do it for the top of the second inning. But the Yankees add a run, tie it all up. We'll be back for the bottom of the second. It's time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicle of the New York Yankees. Today's picture is of Sarah, who said she had the pleasure of sitting with Clark Schmidt's dad on Friday here at Coors Field, and he was a wealth of baseball knowledge. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride and mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love of the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you on a future game. Will Warren back at it, bottom of the second inning. Will be bottom of the order for the Rockies. Moniak, Martini, And Amador.
Talked to
22 pitches in the first.
Mr. Schmidt a little bit at the hotel. He's roaming around.
You did.
Yeah, nice guy. Really nice guy.
A wealth of baseball knowledge,
Yes.
Saracen.
Military vet. Thanked him for his service.
Very
He
nice.
flew the F-18s.
And this Memorial Day weekend, we thank all out there who's checking in with us for their service. I hope everybody's enjoying the holiday weekend. All right, Nelly, what do you need to see here the second inning from Will Warren?
Well, fastball command, and then when you get ahead like this, you got to learn how to finish them off. I think the breaking pitch is playing in his head right now, knowing that, hey, I'm not getting the break, so I really have to command the fastball a little bit more. And you see that curveball didn't have the depth that he's used to. I think you see more changeups. Threw a couple in that first inning, but you have to set that changeup up with a good four-seam fastball. Maybe some two-seamers away to a lefty.
You know, Nelly, that curveball's become a factor to left-handed hitters. There's that changeup you wanted. Second strikeout, first out here in the second.
And that might be a pitch. You go fastball, changeup.
We're going to look at the Papa John's key ingredients in the strikeouts for Will Warren. 28 over his last 4 starts, including today.
Well, the month of May, how about 34 strikeouts and 22 and 2/3?
Martini first pitch swinging, pops it up to the left side. Volpe takes control and makes the play. A couple of quick outs here for Will Warren in the second.
I mean, that might be an outing here for Warren, that you see a lot of fastball changeup and just a show me pitch, maybe throw in a little curveball or sweeper every now and then. He could get away with a 2-pitch pitcher because they are quality pitches. You throw the four-seamer up, change the eye level a little.
Yeah, over the last 3 games, he's thrown his curveball more to lefties. You wonder with the altitude we've talked about a lot, maybe that won't be as effective today, but last 3 games, left-handed hitters only hitting 180 against Will Warren. First 7 games they were hitting 280, so definitely making some adjustments. .22 pitches in the first inning. Would love to have a low pitch count second to get him settled in. And the 0-2. Broken bat, looping fly ball. Peraza settles underneath it, and an easy 1-2-3 bottom of the second for Will Warren. We're all tied up at 2. Fans suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com, the official source for your Yankees gear. Top of the third, it's going to be Ben Rice leading off, Aaron Judge followed by Cody Bellinger. Rice 0 for 1, a hard line drive to right field. Rice has slowed down a little bit, now 5 for his last 29 over his last 9 games. Still 8th in the league in the American League in slugging at .523. And there's a little check swing and a wave for first out here in the third.
Well, you talk about this being a great place to hit. I think maybe being a little too aggressive, wanting to try to cash in on Coors Field. And that was breaking ball down in the dirt. Just couldn't hold up.
Well, that'll bring up Aaron Judge, who had a base hit in the first inning down the right field line. Home run number 17 on Friday night. Home run number 18 for the Rockies bullpen yesterday. And already a single in this one. Fly ball, right center field. Doyle settling underneath it. 2 down. Well, congratulations to Cody Bellinger on being voted the Montefiore Einstein Player of the Week. And why not? Last 6 games, .435, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs, the impressive OPS. Bellinger, who had a great spring, got off to a slow start. He's been a red-hot hitter of late.
Yeah, you mentioned the month of May, 11 extra base hits, 351. You know, with Rice, how tough is that for a youngster as well in the box? I mean, when you start struggling, you know, everybody starts getting pull happy. You know, you want to pull everything on the outside half. You want to get ahead of the breaking ball. It's really tough to try to say, hey, let the ball travel with it.
There's a hot shot to left field. That comes up with a nice running play. So another hard hit baseball from Cody Bellinger. Tied up at 2, back to the bottom of the third.
Your game is on MLB Network Radio every day and night with Sirius XM. Catch live hometown broadcast for every game all season long. MLB Network Radio, only on Sirius XM.
Travel. It's gone from being an adventure to a checklist. But the world is still full of wonder. You just need a better way to find it. Introducing Airbnb Experiences. Master ramen with an award-winning chef. Dive into underground jazz with a renowned bassist. Or see Notre Dame with her. She helped restore it, by the way. Don't just see a place. Experience it.
Okay, we have internet. Easy.
It is all coming together.
When's the mattress coming?
Friday. Plumber?
Tuesday. Curtains?
Next week.
This is nice.
This is nice. It's all coming to...
Connect first, unpack later. Set up in minutes with self-install from Spectrum.
Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. Learn more at genesis.com. And by Mohegan Sun. Something's always happening at Mohegan. And by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. Cloudy, overcast afternoon here in Denver, Colorado. Hopefully the Yankees will be able to get this one in without any delays. Bottom of the third inning, back to the top of the lineup. Beck, Tovar, and Goodman. Long first inning for Warren, a quick second. Back at it here in the third. Take a look at our Farsinga hitter scatter report on Jordan Beck.
Well, last 7, not including that first at bat. 333, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. He's got a lot of speed, 6 stolen bases. He's tied with Brenton Doyle for the Rocky lead, and he's crushing fastballs. Hit that first pitch fastball off of Warren for a double. He's hitting 315 and slugging .603 against that fastball, that four-seamer. That's why you look at this Rocky lineup and you're like, how is it this bad? The 9 wins. You know, you look at Beck. They have a pretty decent year. Tovar. Beck's a young player. Goodman, McMahon.
Swing and a miss. Good sweeper off the plate. You know, Nelly, I think it's this guy coming up to the plate that really makes the difference for the Rockies. Missed some time with a hip injury. There's a good sweeper expanding the strike zone. Tovar is a good player. Makes a big difference in their lineup. Now, we watched Will Warren all year kind of get his opportunity in this rotation. He's had some good games early on, had some rough starts early on, but now you look at the numbers over his last 3, a 1.5 ERA. But I also think just listening to him talk to Meredith before the game, there's a sense of confidence that now I've settled in. I know I can pitch at this level.
Well, you can roll with three good outings in a row. I mean, that can give you a lot of confidence. You got to treat each outing, differently. You know, even though you throw 3 great starts, the strikeouts are starting to come. The swing and misses there, the amount of pitches besides that first inning, that's what you want to try to stay away from, because he was averaging close to about 20 pitches per inning before that outing in Sacramento.
And Jeff, the biggest thing for him is just staying aggressive, having that mindset to stay aggressive from pitch number 1 on the mound. And one thing I've also noticed about him over his last 3 starts, he's handling left-handed batters much better than he did earlier in the season. First 7, 280 batting average. Last 3, 182 against, as he gets another strikeout right there.
Yeah, racks up a couple of strikeouts here in third. Another waving swing from a right-handed Rocky hitter.
Well, the one thing that he's done with those 2 sweepers, he's closed off that front shoulder. When you keep that front shoulder closed long enough, you're going to get that good sweep. Maybe he's picked up something with that. When you start flying open, that's when sometimes you get underneath that breaking ball and it doesn't have that bite, that downward action that you're looking for.
Quickly ahead, 0-2.
You watch that front shoulder stay closed. He's not flying open, and he's driving it to the plate.
Swing and a miss. Will Warren strikes out the side in the third inning. 5 strikeouts already for him.
Your game is on MLB Network Radio every day and night with Sirius XM. Catch live hometown broadcast for every game all season long. MLB Network Radio, only on Sirius XM.
Travel. It's gone from being an adventure to a checklist. But the world is still full of wonder. You just need a better way to find it. Introducing Airbnb Experiences. Master ramen with an award-winning chef? Dive into underground jazz with a renowned bassist? Or see Notre Dame with her? She helped restore it, by the way. Don't just see a place. Experience it.
Dad said Christmas dinner was no problem. It was. Don't let this be you.
Use your IQ, Dad.
The IQ Sense isn't just a thermometer. It's your secret weapon for hosting holiday gatherings. This holiday season, raise your culinary IQ with the IQ Sense thermometer from Chef IQ.
When your check engine light comes on, check out Tinker. Auto experts on demand helping you fix your car in real time. That means no long waits, no big bills, and no major headaches. Just grab a wrench and your phone and fix it yourself with Tinker.
This app, I think, is revolutionary and has really helped me.
I feel proud to have been able to get done what I did. The car drives fantastic.
It's a quick and easy source of expert information.
App is your home for streaming live Yankees games and so much more, and it's free with an eligible TV provider subscription. Download the Gotham Sports app now or visit gothamsports.com to get streaming. Top of the fourth inning, all tied up at 2. Dominguez, Volpe, and Escara. Jason Dominguez struck out his first at bat to end the first inning. We're going to take a look at our Verizon Reliable Performer, and it's all about Jason Dominguez. The Yankees 4 to 8 hitters, 517 batting average, 9 RBI, 7 runs, and 5 extra base hits.
Oh, big from him yesterday, like you mentioned earlier, 2 hits from the right side. He was hitting close to 100 from the right side. With that weather coming in, how much do you play this, even though it's in the fourth inning, as a almost like a late ball game?
A little small ball.
Yeah.
Manufacture a run. Another swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the afternoon for Dominguez.
And a curveball. This is the second time that top hand has come off the bat.
Here's Anthony Volpe. First pitch swinging, ground ball to Tovar at short. Easy play for him. 2 down. Two down to bring up J.C. Escara. Escara made this team out of spring training really for his whole body of work, but the way he swung the bat from the left side. But he's gaining a reputation, Nelly, as a guy that the framing metrics are very favorable to on how he receives the baseball.
Yeah, he's done a really nice job behind the plate.
Beautiful swing there, staying inside the ball, driving it the other way. A 2-out base hit for Escara, his second hit of the day.
Another real good at bat. This is a changeup, and watch, he just keeps his hands back. He was out on his front foot, but he was able to keep those hands back and just serve it into left field. That was interesting because the Rockies, they had him playing the pull in that first at bat when he hit it down the left field line, and they played him more straight up in that at bat.
Nelly, a lot of hitters will put together like a highlight tape where they're watching their really good swings. That's one you put on the highlight tape right there. Down and away off the plate, you drive it to left center field. Everything's right on time.
You don't see the big swing.
2 down for LeMahieu. Struck out his first at bat. First pitch swinging, ground ball to Tovar, and that will do it here in the top of the fourth inning. Pretty easy inning for the Rockies right-hander. Well, it's time to take a look at our Coors Light beating the pressure, and we're looking at the Yankee pitchers over their last 10 games, 3 runs allowed or fewer in all 10. That's the longest streak since September 2002. And after the game yesterday, a lot of people talking about Max Fried and his outing, but Meredith, they were talking about his pickoff move more than anything else.
That pickoff move is so impressive. I was talking to Cody Bellinger about it. He was asked how he would describe it. He just smiled and said, it is disgusting. Aaron Judge said it's probably the best pickoff move he's ever seen. He talked about when Max was on the Braves and he was an opposing player, he wouldn't even want to leave first base because he knows how quick he could be and how he could get caught. And Cody Bellinger pretty much echoed those sentiments and saying, I never really left first base because I wasn't about to test it. You know how good he is. And Max Fried, after the game, just said how much pride he takes in being able to control the running game in those situations.
Well, how about what Austin Wells said as well, as far as being a catcher and having a guy on first base, not just a Goldschmidt, you know, having to be really aware, and you almost have to wait for him to throw it home before you go and get out away from first base. And even as a catcher, you don't know when he's going to come home or go to first.
No, but I'm glad you brought up Goldschmidt, because I asked around if he maybe lost that ball in the shirts in the day game yesterday. Another strikeout for Will Warren, now number 6. But I was told that Max Fried cut the ball to Goldschmidt, and that's why he wasn't able to come up with it. Well, that was a 6th strikeout for a Yankee. It's brought to you by Audi and the 2025 Audi Q6. Visit your local tri-state Audi dealer today.
A real good changeup. That's 4 in a row from Will Warren.
But Nelly, to your point, in spring training, Paul Goldschmidt actually went into a game and told Max Fried at the end of spring, I need to see your pickoff move because I haven't seen it yet all spring training. That's how good it is,
right,
that the Yankee first baseman needed a look at it before the game's counted for real.
Well, I think it was Shunk that got picked off yesterday, and he looked at home. He didn't even know he was coming over. That's the funny part. I'm sure Tino Martinez had the same issue with Andy Pettit.
Here's Brenton Doyle with 1 down. Ooh. I think, Nelly, that Doyle was thinking the same way you're thinking. With the weather coming in, maybe one swing at the bat could be the difference in this one.
Yeah, it's a nasty 2-seamer inside. And mechanically, Will Warren has figured something out here in the last couple innings, and especially closing off that shoulder. The first inning, always a tough inning for a starter.
We've talked about his graduation from the beginning of the year till now, and you got to actually give him credit. The first inning looked like this was going to be a struggle. He's now locked in. 4 strikeouts in a row.
Let's see if he goes with that sweeper down and away, where he got those 3 strikeouts.
5 strikeouts in a row. Now strikeout number 7 for Will Warren.
Well, he's got some really good late life, and it's just really hard for the hitters to pick up. He struck out the side in the 3rd, 3 sweepers away, and then he goes with a changeup and now a heater.
Two down for Michael Toglia, switch hitter, hitting from the left side. Saw Toglia in yesterday's ball game, had been given 3 days off to work with the hitting instructors and just not worry about in-game at bats, try to get his swing locked in again.
That play from Volpe in the first inning, that's proven to be the difference maker right now, being able to get Toglia at first.
Two-0.
Well, you know Toglia is going to have the green light here, 3-0, if he gets something out over the plate or in.
Fastball misses in off the plate, so a 2-out walk to the Rockies first baseman. .55 pitches for Warren. And here comes Mickey Moniak, 0 for 1. Matt Blake, the pitching coach, looking on. Ground ball to first base. Easy play for Goldschmidt. And an easy 4th inning for Will Warren. We're all tied up. We'll be back for the top of the 5th.
Buying a car is kind of a big deal. There's like a million options, and you deserve something you love. At Car Gurus, we get it. As the #1 most visited car shopping site, we make sure your big deal is the best deal. Get it with Gurus at CarGurus.com.
Google Cloud AI knows that 102-mile-per-hour exit velocity with a 38-degree launch angle and the fact it's 95 degrees out means that ball's going to carry 6.6 feet further. Catch the game like never before with Google Cloud AI.
A great coach sees the whole field and is there to give advice and support. At New York Life, we know the power of having someone by your side. That's why we're proud to be the official financial guidance partner of Major League Baseball.
Introducing Traveler Whiskey from Buffalo Trace Distillery. Traveler is made to be enjoyed exactly how you like it. Neat, on the rocks, or in your favorite cocktail. Traveler Whiskey, easy to drink, hard not to love.
You make it through security so fast, the agents applaud. When it comes to travel, you're a winner. And that's why you rent with National.
Baseball is built on rituals. Some cherished classics, some new traditions. From the field to the fans. Rituals are what make the game, the game. And through every pitch, every inning, every moment, Banana Boat has got you covered. Banana Boat Sunscreen, part of your game day ritual.
Tied up on our Audi scoreboard, top of the 5th inning. The 9-1-2, Peraza, Goldschmidt, and Rice. Peraza first pitch swinging, ground ball to short. Tovar up with it, 1 pitch, 1 out. It's cooking up something special with Hexclad. We're going to look at the Yankee prospect rating down on the farm. Number 8, Brock Selvage, a left-handed pitcher, made his season debut Monday. Number 10, Cam Schlittler, 2.7 ERA with Somerset. And number 30, Jesus Rodriguez, reached base in 31 straight games. Major League Baseball pipeline, the source for that.
Saw Cam a few times in spring training, big league camp. It's a pretty good arm.
Maybe a little rain, but Nelly, the temperature is dropping here in Denver, Colorado. I don't think that's a good sign.
No, I don't think so either. The head ground crew was out talking to the umpires, Andy Fletcher, the crew chief, about what might be coming.
Goldschmidt 1 for 2. (3-1) fouled off. Goldschmidt career against the Rockies, 159 games, including the postseason, 325 with 30 home runs. Hot shot, and those numbers just get a little bit better. Another base hit for Goldschmidt. Really, he's having a good series here in Colorado.
You can't talk about that swing enough. It's like a 2-strike approach. You see the leg kick. He doesn't have anything. It basically lifts that front heel up and it puts it right back down. That was a fastball upstairs and takes everything right up the middle. Thinks right center to the middle of the field.
Nelly, we just got that shot from the side where you see his front foot get down, and I just had a flashback of the late, great Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn, who he talked about it every day during BP. Get your front foot down early. Everything slows down after that, and that's what I thought about when I watched that side view.
Yeah, it just seems like you don't get fooled on the breaking ball or the changeup. You're able to handle the fastball. I mean, watch the heel. It just lifts up. Not a whole lot of stride, and maybe about an inch or two with that front foot.
It looked like he had so much time to recognize the pitch and make a decision, right? You talk Aaron Boone all the time, swing decisions in the strike zone. That's how you give yourself more time to recognize spin and velocity.
A good example, Paul Mahler. Paul Mahler, I don't even think he even took a stride.
Yeah. No, I know what it felt like hitting with not a big stride. I mean, pitching, is it the same thing? Can you get a longer stride as Rice works a walk, where maybe you get out in front of yourself a little bit more?
The one thing with the longer stride you have to wait is you have to be careful with is having that ball flatten out. The longer you stride down the mound, the more or the less you can get on top of the ball. You know, I see a lot of organizations teach the long stride to try to cut down that 60-foot 6-inch mark and get maybe a little bit closer to the plate.
Well, it looks like Warren Schaefer, the manager of the Rockies, going to make a pitching change with Aaron Judge coming up to the plate. First and second, one down here in the fifth.
Your game is on MLB Network Radio every day and night with Sirius XM. Catch live hometown broadcast for every game all season long. MLB Network Radio, only on Sirius XM.
Travel. It's gone from being an adventure to a checklist. But the world is still full of wonder. You just need a better way to find it. Introducing Airbnb Experiences. Master ramen with an award-winning chef. Dive into underground jazz with a renowned bassist. Or see Notre Dame with her. She helped restore it, by the way. Don't just see a place. Experience it.
Ryan wants to get every new device that's smart. I'm wondering, how can the internet handle all of this?
We have Spectrum Internet. We use it for everything. Homework, remote work from home, doing research for trips.
Spectrum Internet allows us to do things faster and more conveniently.
I feel like that's a win-win for everybody.
Fast, reliable internet starting at $30 a month, backed by the Spectrum commitment to keep you connected.
Jake Bird takes over for the Rockies. His 21 games, 1.74 ERA, tied for the most strikeouts among MLB relievers. And we saw Bird in Friday night's victory for the Rockies throw a scoreless inning against the Yankees. Gets Aaron Judge. First pitch slider for a strike.
Yeah, basically sinker slider guy. A lot more sliders than fastballs. The fastball 94 to 95. He'll throw that slider a lot to righties.
The rain has started to fall here at Coors Field. Hot shot down the third base line. Goldsmith's going to score easily. Rice around second. Now around third. He will be held up. And Aaron Judge continues his big weekend in Colorado. An RBI double, and the Yankees take a 3-2 lead.
Well, Bird tried to come in with a fastball, and Judge was ready for it. And the Rockies have pitched Judge inside here in this three-game series a lot more than I've seen other teams do. And he was ready for that fastball in as he smokes it right down the left field line, just past the reach of McMahon. That's a big run, especially with this weather coming in.
Cody Bellinger is going to be intentionally walked. So it will be the bases loaded for Jason Dominguez. One down. The Yankees lead 3-2. Dominguez 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts. Rice off of third. Judge takes his lead off of second. Bellinger now on first. And Dominguez a chance to break this one open. That top hand or the bottom hand coming off the bat. A lot in this game.
Yeah, that last at bat where he struck out a couple times, he pulled that hand off the bat.
The rain is falling. Ground ball. It's going to be a foul ball. Dominguez now behind in the count 1-2. A little rain falling. He's in battle mode, just trying to put something in play. Stay away from possibility of his third strikeout. Comes the 1-2. That curveball just misses off the plate.
You wonder how long the umpires are going to let this go.
Yeah, it's miserable right now. Rain is picking up in intensity.
Some lightning in the area.
Fly ball center field and deep. Doyle going back. Makes the play, but that's going to be a sacrifice fly and an RBI and a nice piece of hitting from Jason Dominguez as the Yankees add on and now lead 4-2.
Well, he finally got a fastball to hit. That was a really good AB. He laid off some breaking balls away. You watch where this fastball is, and it gave it a ride. There you see Bellinger at first. He's going all the way to second to see maybe he can score if that ball gets off the wall. Nice catch by the center fielder Doyle. Good at bat.
A way to hang in there, Jason Dominguez. That's not easy when you get 2 strikes and it's raining like it is right now. Here's Anthony Volpe. A leadoff triple in the second, scored a run.
Well, you can start to see some wet spots in that infield as the rain starts gathering up on that dirt.
Well, you'd love to get 5 and have this be an official game, but boy, it's coming down right now. Umbrellas and the blankets are out. 2-0 pitch to Volpe. That gets away from Goodman behind the plate. Judge moves to third, Bellinger to second. And it is getting sloppy out there now.
Well, you normally don't see, it looked like a cross up. I mean, that was a 2-seam fastball. You don't get crossed up with the pitch com. Maybe he got mixed up with what button he pushed.
Fastball in there for a strike. Grounds crew ready to go. Another fastball in there for a strike. Aaron Judge with the RBI double. Jason Dominguez a sacrifice fly. 2 runs here in the 5th inning. Yankees looking to add on. And you can see Bird is really struggling now.
Yeah, he's not too happy. Can't get a grip on the baseball. It's really tough, and the only way to try to hide it is to have that glove the way he has, so the rain doesn't get on the baseball. I mean, it's a little bit different if it was humid and hot and rainy, then you might get a little bit better grip, but since it's so cold, it's in the low 50s, and that rain coming down, the grip is a little bit tougher to get.
Another 3-2 fouled off. Well, crew chief Andy Fletcher just made the call. Crowd not happy, but it is coming down here at Coors Field. Grounds crew will put the tarp on. The Yankees lead 4-2. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Rain coming down, lightning in the area. 7.5 ERA, 6 runs allowed in his last 4 games. A guy for the Rockies who can give them multiple innings. But for the Yankees, Aaron Judge will be taking his lead off of third base. Cody Bellinger will be at second, and Anthony Volpe is going to continue his long at bat before this game got delayed. Nelly.
Yeah, Hergert, he's got a 4 or 5 pitch mix. He can start as well. He can give, like you mentioned, give you length. He's got the sinker, the slider, the curveball, and also the changeup. 92 to 93, so not overpowering. Good ERA, though, for the Rockies. And I was listening to Jack about Will Warren's slider and where he found it. You know, first inning's always tough, but I felt like he closed off a little bit, kept that front shoulder closed, maybe got on top of the slider a little bit more than in those first couple innings.
Disappointing for him, Warren, that this game had the long rain delay, so it looks like it's going to be Jonathan Loaisiga for the Yankees, Jimmy Hergert for the Rockies, and Anthony Volpe steps back in the box. As you can see, it is a full count, 3-2 count, 2 outs. Yankees leading 4-2, top of the 5th inning, and we will get back to baseball here at Coors Field. And the 3-2 from Hergert, that's fouled off. Not an easy situation for everybody involved here. Long rain delay. Anthony Volpe walks back there with a 3-2 count. Hergert came right at him. An hour and 46-minute rain delay at Coors Field. Hopefully that'll be it for the rest of the afternoon. And the 3-2.
Yeah, it's always tough. I mean, you really don't know how to occupy your time. You go in the clubhouse, and you're thinking, okay, you know, when it starts getting to be later than an hour, you're like, okay, is this thing going to get canceled? And you almost shut down as a player.
Mentally, right? Yeah. I'm sure Anthony Volpe got some swings in the cage getting ready for this at bat. Another 3-2 looped into right center field. Doyle underneath it, and that will do it for the top of the 5th inning. But the Yankees take a lead 4-2 as we move to the bottom half of the 5th. It just started coming down, and the crew chief, Andy Fletcher, makes the call to the grounds crew. Let's get the tarp out on the field. And there was a lengthy conversation between managers to see when this one would resume. You give the grounds crew a lot of credit here in Colorado. Did a lot of work on that infield, trying to get it in playing shape, and we are back at it after an hour and 46-minute rain delay.
And they probably could have put the tarp on a little bit earlier than what they did. It was coming down.
So Will Warren, his afternoon is done after 4 innings, 7 strikeouts, had a tough first inning, but really settled down. Now it's going to be Jonathan Loaisiga.
When they took that tarp off, right behind shortstop at third base, it was like a small lake out there.
Well, you see the numbers for Loaisiga. He threw his last appearance on Wednesday, his first bumpy game after 2 really easy ones, activated off the IL. And Aaron Boone's going to try to piece it together the rest of the way with his bullpen. Martini, Amador, and Beck here in the bottom of the 5th. Yankees 4 runs on 7 hits. Rockies 2 runs on 2 hits. Martini 0 for 1, a fly ball on the 2nd. Loizaga 3 games back, 2 2/3 innings, couple of hits, couple of strikeouts, and he's shown that good power sinker. He pours that one in for a strike.
Real good fastball, changeup, slider. You know, when he's struggled, it's mainly with mechanics, and a lot of it is that hand in the glove when he starts drifting to the plate. He doesn't get it out in time. You know, usually when you lift that leg at the high point of your windup is when you should start breaking your hands. A lot of times with the Loizaga, you watch him hit that ball still stays in his glove as that leg starts going down and he's drifting.
3-2 from Loizaga, ground ball. Volpe comes up with it, slips a little bit, gathers and gets the first out. We take a look at our bullpen budget, which is brought to you by Citizens. Make sense of your money with Citizens. Well, in yesterday's game, Max Fried going so deep, Ian Hamilton was able to get some good work. 5 outs, 23 pitches. The rest of the bullpen in good shape.
Yeah, you got your main guys ready to go, and Williams and Leiter Jr. to get it to Weaver.
With 1 down, to bring up Amador, second baseman for the Rockies, 0 for 1. Squares the bunt, pulls it back. Little jam shot to LeMahieu. He's going to be able to make the play. 2 quick outs for Loizaga. Well, after it rained here, the wind picked up a little bit. It's gotten a little chilly. The only reason I bring that up, Nelly, I was thinking about Loizaga, where Aaron Boone said, you know what, it's 48 degrees. I got to give him plenty of time to get ready. Coming off the IL with an injury, you want to make sure that he's properly prepared to get into this game. And I'm sure he had plenty of time in the bullpen.
Yeah, what did it start at? Like 58 degrees? Drop 10, yeah, absolutely. And he doesn't wear sleeves.
There's the top of the lineup, Jordan Beck. Beck 1 for 2, a double, and first scored a run. That's off the end of the bat. Goldschmidt there. Loizaga covering first, and an easy 1-2-3 inning for Loizaga with a lot of soft contact.
SandCloud chose the Capital One Spark Cash Plus card. It's a serious business card with unlimited 2% cash back on everything they buy. So they reinvested their cash back to help build their retail store. What's in your wallet?
You make it through security so fast, the agents applaud. When it comes to travel, you're a winner. And that's why you rent with National.
You combed through every last piece of evidence. You made the final, impossible connection. And all the while, You were soaking in the bath. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen.
The beach. To Corona, she isn't just a place. She is an element. And with salt and spray, she shoves us relentlessly into the present. That's what's inside every bottle of Corona. So no matter where your journey takes you, with just a squeeze of lime, the beach is always closer than you think. Corona, La Playa awaits.
Thank you very much, Bob. We're going to take a look around the majors. Ronald Acuna Jr., he's back. 2 home runs in his first 2 games. Tarek Skubal, well, he's 5-2 with a 2.49 and 92 strikeouts. And the Yankees going to get a look at Taylor Ward, who is swinging the bat out in Anaheim the next 3 games. And our Montefiore Einstein scoreboard, the Yankees lead 4-2, top of the 6th. It'll be Escara, LeMahieu, and Peraza, and J.C. Escara already having a good game. 2 for 2, double and an RBI, base hit the other way. And batting average now at .233.
Ronald Acuna Jr., the very first pitch he saw after coming back off the IL, he hit for a homer.
How about our Bob Lorenz in the studio? Jack Curry, Bob Lorenz.
Almost 2 hours.
They take it up from cover almost 2 hours, and then Bob's got to do the 5th inning cut-in.
Well, he didn't have to go downstairs. He could just stay up there.
The hardest working man in the studio. Appreciate it, Bob. 1-2 on Escara, up and away. As Nelly said, Hergert, he doesn't throw hard, about 92, 93, but there's a lot of arms, legs, and a lot of off-speed pitches, trying to give the Rockies a couple of innings.
It's going to be a good battle for the AL Cy Young. You throw Max Fried, Skubal today, 9 shutout innings. Didn't walk a hitter, 13 strikeouts. Last year's American League Cy Young Award winner.
Three-two from Herget. Swing and a miss at a slider down and in.
It's a nasty slider. He comes from a 3/4 angle, and that's just a heat seeker down on that back leg of Escara.
One down to bring up DJ LeMahieu, 0 for 2. Nelly, in this game of high velocity coming out of bullpens, you watch Herget and the way he goes about his business, just deceptive delivery, trying to change speeds and hit corners like he does right there down and away with a slider.
Yeah, 3/4 angle. He's got good sink on the 2-seamer, and it's not overpowering, so he's going to have to move it around. There you see that little 3/4 angle short arm. Really doesn't really get extended when that hand comes out of the glove. Little tight slider.
Heading the count to LeMahieu, 1-2, and that slider misses off the plate.
You can hear him grunt every once in a while. You intimidate him. How's that when somebody's making a lot of noise on the mound and you're facing him or catching him?
And then it never gets there. It just slides and sweeps away. But reminds me of a young Nelly here with his delivery. Curveball at 74 gets LeMahieu way out in front. And I only say that because you threw across your body like he does.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a little bit more deceptive. There's a slider down and away. And they called it a curveball. It looks like it's more of a slider down, that late break.
There's a number 9 hitter, Peraza. A couple of ground balls, 0 for 2.
You know, most pitchers throw across their body anyway, at least a little bit. You know, the ones that open up a lot and you see the ball a little bit better. That pitch is nasty. His curveball or slider looks like the same pitch to me, but it's pretty nasty.
And the 0-2. That misses up and away. Just foul tipped. Goodman not able to hold on. Another ground ball to the left side for Peraza. McMahon up with it, and an easy 1-2-3 inning for the Colorado Rocky right-hander. Yankees lead 4-2. We'll be back for the bottom of the 6th.
Now that you've settled into the season, Gemini, you are once again capturing the attention of the masses. The crowd might not know all of the dimensions to your game yet, so this is the time to show off your various talents. A quick throw to nab a runner or a well-timed steal will have you winning new fans and dazzling the old ones.
Your game is on MLB Network Radio every day and night with Sirius XM. Catch live hometown broadcast for every game all season long. MLB Network Radio, only on Sirius XM.
Travel. It's gone from being an adventure to a checklist. But the world is still full of wonder. You just need a better way to find it. Introducing Airbnb Experiences. Master ramen with an award-winning chef. Dive into underground jazz with a renowned bassist. Or see Notre Dame with her. She helped restore it, by the way. Don't just see a place. Experience it.
8 hits, 563 RBIs, couple of years with the Yankees, couple of years serving our country, 46 to 56, and then 57 to 96 as an announcer for the Yankees on the mic. We'll have that answer for you a little later on. Loaiza back out for another inning of work. Ezequiel Tovar leading off here at the bottom of the 6th inning, takes a first pitch heater for a strike. And the 0-2 from Loaiza. He's fouled off the end of the bat.
That's a good idea. You can really expand the zone on Tovar when you get ahead of him. Having Loaiza back in his bullpen really extends the length. Another setup guy going along with Williams and Leiter Jr.
Nelly, you love the 5th inning for Loaiza. All that soft contact and easy ground ball to short. Tovar gets caught looking at that sinker first out here in the 6th, but 3 soft contact plays in the 5th inning. Now the first strikeout for Loaiza here in the 6th.
Yeah, Tovar probably looking for that slider again. He gets a fastball at 96 on the outside corner. Good pitch.
We talked about Escara behind the plate, how well the metrics favor him receiving the baseball. Good catch there. Leiter Jr. getting loose in the pen. After a rough outing his last time out, Loizaga looks like he's on top of his game here in Colorado. Hunter Goodman 0 for 1, a walk in the first. .25 pitches for Loizaga on Wednesday. Some time off and back at it here Sunday. Right in front of the plate. Easy play for Escara, and again, soft contact against Loizaga.
Well, he's well rested. Those 3 days off allow you to get your mind right. Rest that arm. Be able to give you 2 innings here. 2 crucial innings.
Here's Ryan McMahon with 2 down, 0 for 2, a ground out, a strikeout, and an RBI. Line drive to left field. That's going to be a 2-out base hit for McMahon, third baseman for the Rockies.
Well, fastball, he just brought his hands in and punched it the other way. With the temperatures dropping, it's not going to feel too good if you get the ball off the end of the bat, if you get a jam shot.
Here's Brenton Doyle, who's struck out a couple of times already. In this one, Yankees trying to win the 3rd game of the series, take the series, and take it on out to Anaheim. Face the Angels for 3, a day off, and then the Dodgers next weekend.
That was nasty right there. That movement, that 2-seamer. Wow.
And the 1-1. A check swing. He did not go. First base umpire Jensen Visconti. Hot shot left field, hit well. Dominguez, that's going to be over his head. McMahon around second, coming around third. He's going to be waved home. And that's going to be an RBI double with 2 outs for Brenton Doyle. And the Yankees lead by 1, 4-3.
Dominguez has made some good plays out and left, and there you see the route. He goes across center field, and then he has to shoot back instead of taking that angle straight out to the wall, and he may have had it. And once he sees that getting over his head, he had to hurry up and go left and get back to the wall. Misplayed that one.
Well, Aaron Boone's going to make a pitching change. Loizaga got 5 outs. Mark Leiter Jr. is going to try to come at the finish the 6th inning. or more than 80 stores worldwide. And by Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. And by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the New York Yankees. A lot of Yankee fans. Coors Field for the weekend, an announced crowd of 38,379. A lot of them still hanging in there as Mark Leiter Jr. takes over for Jonathan Loaizaga. We'll face a switch hitting Michael Toglia. 2 down in the 6th. Toglia 0 for 1, walked in the 4th. Yankees lead 4-3. Yankees 7 hits, Rockies 4. This will be the 24th game for Mark Leiter Jr. 2.61 ERA. 35.5 strikeout rate is 8th among American League relievers. And behind in the count, 2-0. Swing and a miss at a big curveball.
Yeah, good pitch. Fastball count, 71 miles an hour. He's got a good fastball to split. Toglia was way in front of that one.
Swing and a miss at a split.
Well, he's obviously not seeing the off speed. That was a good split down and away.
To get tempted here, Nelly. It was curveball split to try to sneak a fastball by him. Probably go with the split again.
Yeah, I'm saying split away again.
There it is. Gets away from Mascara. Doyle will move on to third base. Seen both catchers have a little trouble with balls in the dirt today.
Well, it's got to be pretty tough when you're catching on one knee, and anything that gets in the dirt and bounces to one side to try to get over there and get in front of it.
Well, now as a catcher, you know if you call that split again, it's your responsibility to get in front of it. Save that run at third. 3-2, went with the split again and missed. So first and third, 2 down for the Rockies.
Well, that's where you want the split. I mean, you don't want a 60-footer, but you want it and you aim at the top of the plate to try to keep it down below and almost like a little knuckle action down at the knees.
2 down, bring on Mickey Moniak, 0 for 2. We saw Ascara going through the first and third defenses. Toglia a mild threat to run at first, 2 stolen bases. Yankees scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the 5th for their 4 runs. The Rockies 2 in the first and 1 here in the 6th. And the 1-1 from Leiter. That fastball just missed down. Leiter digs in to get that split finger grip, goes into his glove. Right back to Leiter Jr. Easy play for him. So the Rockies threaten. Leiter able to work his way out of the bottom of the 6th, but the Rockies add 1. Yankees lead 4-3.
Now that you've settled into the season, Gemini, you are once again
Warren started to get a better feel of that sweeper. This was in the third inning where he struck out the side. Nasty, kept that shoulder closed. There was a changeup that he got a strikeout on. That was the 5th one in a row with a heater upstairs. Well, he went 4 innings because of the rain, but you look at the 7 punch-outs. Outstanding job, and giving up only 2 runs in that first inning after loading the bases with nobody out. That was a great job.
Top of the 7th, back to the top of the order. Paul Goldschmidt leading off. I'm just thinking about Will Warren. His outing gets cut short, but now he's already probably looking forward to the Los Angeles Dodgers over the weekend. Chavez Ravine. Ground ball to short. Tovar up with it, 1 down. And every starting pitcher, Nelly, after a start would say, okay, what did I like? What did I did not? What do I need to work on to get ready for the next one?
Well, I mean, you look at what he did in the first inning, and it's always an adjustment in the first inning, getting used to the game mound. This is the first time that he pitched in Colorado. I mean, he faced the Rockies before, but that was in Yankee Stadium last year. So you're getting used to the elements. You don't know how your breaking ball is going to break, and you know, maybe sometimes mechanically you get a little off, and I think mechanically he was off in that first inning, especially trying to find that breaking ball. And the one thing that you're impressed by, he has swing and miss stuff. There's no doubt. He's cut down the walks, and he did walk 2, and this is a place you really don't want to give the free passes away.
Ben Rice.
He just keep rolling. You know, starts off. I mean, those last 3 have been outstanding. Even today, you know, he was probably looking at another double-digit strikeout game. It's 7 in 4 innings.
That's pulled foul. You know, Aaron Boone has talked about Carlos Rodon and his year and how he's gotten into such a good routine from the day or the night he starts, the 4 days in between, getting ready for the next one. And I'm sure a guy like Will Warren, when you watch veteran pitchers like Rodon, Fried, how do they do their work in between outings to get ready for the next one? Ben Rice hits his ball well to right field. Moniak settles underneath it, 2 down.
The one thing, you know, you wonder when they start thinking about that next start. I mean, if you're thinking about, if Will Warren, you know, he'll go and analyze what he did today, and then I'm sure he'll sit down with Matt Blake, maybe Preston Claiborne. They'll all sit down and see what, you know, what he did right, what he did wrong, maybe mechanically or pitch selection. I'm sure you got to give your mind a little rest, you know, and then all of a sudden maybe that day before or 2 days before your next start, then you start dialing in that next team. You start thinking about, you know, tonight on the plane going to Anaheim, hey, I got to start thinking about the Dodgers. That's got to drive you nuts.
Isn't that the one part of the game, though, as Aaron Judge up here in the top of the 7th, that we got better at as we got older, is the mental part where you kind of get away from the game until you need to pick up the intensity mentally.
That's why I couldn't start. I mean, I started in the minor leagues, and it just drove me crazy. You have a bad game, you got to wait 5 days to, you know, go out there and redeem yourself. At least as a reliever, you're pitching every day.
Judge 2 for 3. Had a base hit in the first, a double and an RBI in the 5th.
You know, there's just mind-blowing stats on Aaron Judge. On pace for this, on pace for that, breaking this, breaking that. There was one that I haven't seen that I saw today. He's on pace for 466 total bases. That would break Babe Ruth's 1921 record of 457. I mean, it's just incredible, the thing that the stuff that he's doing this year.
Here comes a 3-2 from Herget. Sweeper down and away, gets Aaron Judge out front, and an easy 1-2-3 inning. Colorado Rockies right-hander. Another look at that curveball that dived down and away from Aaron Judge.
History of winning started with the 65 Gators, losing steam, losing sweat. The solution? a drink that hydrates better than water and changed the game forever.
Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
Captain America Brave New World is streaming on Disney Plus May 28th. Go. Hulk out on Disney Plus.
Time to suit up. We're on the brink of war.
I bet you break easy. Not that easy.
Come and get me!
Captain America Brave New World, streaming May 28th on Disney Plus.
And crushes it.
They thought it was gone. With anyone else, it just might have been.
Rodriguez at the wall. Impossible catch.
At Racetrack, we operate about 800 locations in total. We've started to move to these travel centers.
Thanks so much. Thanks. This has been great. Changing the strategy makes a lot of sense.
Doors.
Keep an eye out for the invitation. Can't wait to see it.
Bring us together. A dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors with a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your
The
wealth.
architect left the plans in the back if you want to take a look.
She is so ready to take over. For retirement,
Thank you very much, guys. You're doing it all in the studio today. Look at our game summary. Yankees lead 4-3. 7 hits for the Yankees, 4 for the Rockies. You guys just talked about Will Warren, 7 strikeouts in 4 innings. Aaron Judge, 2 for 4, an RBI double. An hour and 46-minute rain delay in the top of the 5th. But we are back here at Coors Field, bottom of the 7th inning. And we're going to look at the answer to our Name That Yankee. And again, we'll remind you of the clues. 273 batting average, 1,588 hits, 563 RBIs. You see the time with the Yankees, the military service. Behind the mic, 57 and 96. What you got, Nelly?
I have Phil Rizzuto.
The scooter.
The scooter. I remember. That was
Yes.
my first year with the Yankees in '96. Was his last year behind the mic.
Slick fielding shortstop for the Yankees. I only got to meet the scooter one time at an old timers day and couldn't have been nicer.
Oh, he was a great guy and a great voice, great guy behind the mic. I love listening to him.
There he was with Bill White. There's that famous day when he got knocked over by the cow, and the resume: 7-time world champion, amazing, 1950 AL MVP, 5-time All-Star, Yankee broadcaster, 57 to 96, and stationed in the Pacific during World War II with the U.S. Navy, and in 1994 a Baseball Hall of Fame inductee. Very impressive resume for the scooter, Phil Rizzuto. Bottom of the 7th, it'll be 8, 9, and 1 for the Rockies. Martini, Amador, and Beck. Leiter Jr. still in there. And Jack Curry broke it down beautifully. Probably Leiter Jr. here for the 7th, Devin Williams for the 8th, and Luke Weaver for the 9th. Martini 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out. Martini originally drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals. Swing and a miss on a good cutter down and in. One down here in the bottom of the 7th.
No, he threw a curveball. The previous pitch that was fouled down the line, and that was a really good cutter. Nice tight break down and in on Martini. A big strikeout to lead off the 7th.
It was Amador, the number 9 hitter, 0 for 2. Watch Leiter Jr. and he loads up with that split, Nelly. And if you're a Scar behind the plate, you're almost like a hockey goaltender, right? You don't know if he's going to yank it down and in, it's going to end up down and away, or if he's going to bounce it on home plate. So you can't anticipate one side of the plate to block that split.
No, absolutely. And it's almost like with Cruz. Cruz will throw a couple different ones. I see some of his grips, like which way he wants it to break, and he'll put that first finger on a seam to make it break down and away from a lefty, the middle finger on a seam to go the other way. And all of them, it seems like everyone that throws a split, they get that right away. They don't want to go into the glove and start digging around and trying to tip off that pitch. They'll be able to adjust. If they want to go to the curve or the 2-seamer, 4-seamer, they can do that in the glove rather than dig in there for the split.
He goes in right now and gets that split grip. It's on the same page with the Scar behind the plate. And the 1-2, split down and away. Swing and a miss, another splitter. 2 outs, 2 strikeouts for Leiter Jr.
Yeah, more effective there right down the middle of the plate than you get that knuckling action down. That one before that was away, a little bit easier for Amador to see that ball. That one was great. Outstanding pitch.
2 quick outs, Jordan Beck. As the Yankees trying to hold on to a 1-run lead. Ground ball to third. Peraza up with it. Low throw. Goldschmidt able to make the play, and an easy 1-2-3 inning for Leiter Jr. We'll take this baby to the 8th.
Buying a car is kind of a big deal, and you deserve something you love. Because it's where big life things happen, and little ones too. This is your car, and sometimes your office. Whoa, it's okay. We're good. And you're going big places. Wait, where are you going? At Car Gurus, we get it. As the #1 most visited car shopping site with the biggest selection of cars, we make sure your big deal is the best deal.
The average dog only lives to be 10. At the Farmer's Dog, we don't think that's long enough. That's why our food comes in personalized portions. Because a dog at a healthy weight can live a longer, happier life.
I miss you.
When you think about it,
Are you coming home?
I'll be there when you wake up. Half the trips the world takes are trips home.
I'll call you soon, Dad.
It's the feeling we all eventually long to get back to. No matter what took us away to begin with, we know. Because at Delta, we're travelers, just like you. Which is why we try to make you feel at home long before you even get there.
I guess I'm not the easiest person to please. I like things just right. That's why I love Redfin.
They show me homes that are perfect for me. Not too big, not too small.
Yeah.
It's like they know me. I mean, the Bears love having me here.
Injury Report is brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. Giancarlo Stanton scheduled to take live BP for the next couple of weeks, and he could begin a rehab assignment after that. Tyler Kinley takes over for the Rockies. 1 run allowed over his last 6 games. The guy who throws a lot of sliders.
Yeah, slider, fastball, 94 to 96. There's a curveball as well.
There's a slider in there for strike 1 to Cody Bellinger. Well, good news on Giancarlo Stanton as he's on his way back. You got any more on that, Meredith?
Well, I asked Aaron Boone when he starts thinking about what that's going to mean for their roster construction, and he said when he is back. We're not talking about it yet. I only have to believe that because they are going to have to make some decisions when it comes to that. As far as some other guys that are on the mend as well, Marcus Stroman threw a bullpen yesterday. He's expected to throw another one on Tuesday. Aaron Boone saying he got through that okay. I spoke with Fernando Cruz. He played catch the last 2 days, responded really well to that. He's expecting to throw from the mound for the first time on Monday, so perhaps it'll only be the 15 days for him as well. And Jazz Chisholm Jr. is hitting on the high velocity machine in New York. He's done that the last couple of days. Put a couple things out on his Insta stories, guys. He is itching to get back.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. That is a lengthy injury report. Meredith, appreciate that.
Anytime, Flash.
A lot of different guys. Be exciting to get Stan back. I mean,
Yes.
it's a situation. I thought Aaron Boone answered that question perfectly. We'll worry about that when it happens.
Exactly. Meredith could have covered the whole rain delay with the injury report.
The hope is it continues to get smaller, guys.
Yes.
Yes.
So Devin Williams getting loose in the Yankee bullpen. He'll probably come on for the 8th inning. Bellinger 0 for 2. 3-2 on the way. Fouled off. Good swing.
Two different styles of pitching here. You had Herget, the last pitcher for the Rockies, little 3/4 angle and threw across his body a little bit. And with Kinley, he really opens up when he throws. That front foot will go towards Cody Bellinger.
Ground ball to short. Easy play for Tovar. Well, he's slick at shortstop. Makes it look easy. One down will bring up Jason Dominguez. Had that sacrifice fly in the 5th inning. And the 1-1 from Kinley, fouled straight back. And the 1-2, high fastball misses. Kinley scoreless in his last 2 and his last 5 of 6. Anthony Volpe waiting on deck. And the 3-2 from Kinley. That slider misses down. That'll be a 1-out walk for Dominguez. Well, we're going to take a look at Anthony Volpe in this replay. The optimum don't take slow for an answer replay.
Well, leading off the second inning, this ball just continues to carry. Hits off of that wall, ricochets towards left field. It's an easy triple for the speedy Volpe.
Volpe 4 hits in the series, looking to add on as Dominguez is on the move. The throw from Goodman, wide right, hits Dominguez. Tovar able to come up with it. That'll be the 6th stolen base of the year for Dominguez.
A lot of off speed from Kinley, and he doesn't hold runners there. You see that leg kick. He's a big guy. Goodman had to hurry the throw. Catches him in that back hamstring, looked like.
And the 1-1 to Volpe. That's in there for a strike, another slider. But Dominguez going to dive back into second. There's always a fine line as a catcher. Goodman behind the plate. You appreciate him paying attention to the running game. You're also ahead in the count 1-2 on Volpe. Goes slider, swing and a miss. 2 down. With 2 down to bring up J.C. Escarra, having a good afternoon. 2 for 3. Double and an RBI, base hit the other way, struck out his last at bat. You know, as a backup player, when you're on a big league team, you're not going to get too many opportunities, and when you get your hits, you want them to be the big ones. Well, this would be a big one right here for Escarra if he can add on, give the Yankees a little breathing room.
Yeah, another big hole in between third base and shortstop.
Good swing, and there's a base hit to right field. Dominguez will score easily, and right on cue, J.C. Escarra, a big 2-out RBI base hit, the 3rd hit of the afternoon, and the Yankees now lead 5-3.
Well, big insurance run right there, and a nice at bat as well. He went the other way in his first 2 hits. Well, he gets a fastball inside. He just pulls it over the head of Tolia, the first baseman. A 2-out RBI for Escarra.
Well, it's a big afternoon. 3 hits for Escarra. Dominguez on the move with the crack of the bat. He's going to score easily. And you're right, Nelly, a big insurance run for the Yankees. And you see Escarra fired up. LeMahieu 0 for 3, swing and a miss at a slider.
It's got to be tough when you're catching maybe 1 or 2 times a week to stay sharp. You know, usually as a backup catcher, you're more concentrated on the pitcher than your at bats, and to be able to come through like Escarra has done today, outstanding.
I'm glad you just brought that up, though, because I was thinking, is he going to be more excited about the 3 hits, a couple of RBIs, first career 3-hit game, or getting Will Warren straightened out after that first inning, getting him through 4 and working with the bullpen the rest of the way?
What would you be more proud of?
I'd be pumped up about the 3 hits for the first time in a career. And to have a couple of RBIs as a backup player, boy, that's a good day. There's a drive to center field. Doyle will settle underneath that right in front of the warning track, but the productive 8th inning for the Yankees as Escara drives in another 5-3 Bombers. This year marks Yogi Berra's 100th birthday, and the Yankees have a special giveaway to help commemorate it. On Friday, June 6th, the first 18,000 guests will receive a special Yogi Berra U.S. Navy bobblehead that recognizes his military service, courtesy of State Farm. Tickets are going fast, so get your tickets today at Yankees.com. Trent Grisham in for defense, playing center field. Cody Bellinger will slide over to left. Jason Dominguez, his afternoon is over. And the Yankees have a new pitcher out on the mound. Devin Williams will take over here in the 8th inning. First pitch, changeup, and a big swing and a miss.
Yeah, he's pitched really well. He's been scored upon in one of his last 11 appearances.
Batting average against over those last 11 games, .097. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 for the Rockies. Tovar, Goodman, and McMahon. Actually have the sun shining through here in the bottom of the 8th inning at Coors Field. Tovar 1 for 3. Nelly, our good buddy David Cohn always talks about protecting your best pitch, and for Williams, his best pitch is that changeup. You got to throw enough fastballs to protect the changeup.
Right, and that changeup is so good because it comes out of the same arm slot. You don't slow up your windup.
There's that fastball at 93. First out as a strikeout here in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, you get hitters looking for that airbender, that good changeup that he has, and then you're able to sneak 93 by him. But everything comes out of the same arm slot. You're not slowing up your windup with that changeup. It's all at the same speed. It makes that changeup even better, more deceptive when it looks like a fastball.
One down, bring up the Rockies catcher Hunter Goodman. Over the last 11 for Williams, he's walked 4, struck out now 16. And the 2-1. Another swing and a miss on a good fastball. Nelly, that's 93 right down the middle.
Right, and I think because of that changeup is so good, you know, you still have to protect with the fastball, but when you get in the counts, you know, he was behind 1-0 through the changeup, and he was behind 2-1. Maybe looking for that changeup again, and then you get a fastball.
Fastball just misses at 94. Looked like Williams wanted that one.
Now just got the top of the zone. Maybe a little bit out. All right, here's probably a situation that, you know, Williams is not going to give in at 3-2. Might drop one of those air benders in. Get a swing and miss.
And the 3-2. Goes change up and a hot shot to left field. Goodman able to stay on it. 1 out base hit here in the 8th.
Well, Goodman probably thinking the same thing. Not going to give in with the fastball. He's looking change up. It was elevated. The change up's elevated, a little bit easier to hit.
Be a good matchup here. Ryan McMahon is a better hitter than those numbers. 1 for 3, a single in the 6th. Two-run game. Yankees lead 5-3.
Well, this is where you just stay away with McMahon to try to get a ground ball, maybe something down, a changeup or a two-seamer down in the zone to get him to roll over on it.
Played for the Hall of Fame manager Sparky Anderson in Detroit, and he would always tell me, you call a game depending on what the scoreboard tells you to call. The Yankees have a 2-run lead. Obviously, you're staying away from that one swing of the bat that could change it. So I'm on the same page with you, Nelly. Anything down and away, stay away from in and down and in. 1-2, Sky down the left field line. Volpe on the move. Bellinger, and nobody's going to be able to get it. That was actually Peraza on the move.
And that was a changeup, and that was down and in. That was supposed to be away. He got away with one right there.
You see the numbers 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts against Williams. Now the one thing, if you get in a situation like this, if you want to throw something in, throw it way in off the plate, just to show that you will go inside and then go back away after it. Looks like they're going away.
Yeah, 2 mislocated pitches right there. That was a fastball supposed to be on the outer half. That was center cut. You know, like you mentioned, Flash, if you want to go in, you go up and in to set up that next pitch. If he's covering the outside half, and that's where you want to get him out, you have to show him something in.
Another 1-2. Close pitch as a changeup doesn't get the call. And you can tell by the body language Williams wanted this.
Well, nice job by Escar to bring that back up into the zone. There you see just at the bottom, maybe a few inches down.
The battle going on here. Swing and a miss. Williams gets him. Big strikeout for the second out of the inning.
Well, going upstairs, 94. Well, 0 for 5, 5 Ks. McMahon is against Williams.
Well, 2 down to bring up Brenton Doyle. 21st pitch from Williams coming here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Good fastball in there for a strike. Swing and a miss on a good changeup. And the 2-2. Yanked it off the plate, down and away. That'll release Goodman at first. He'll be on the move. Goldschmidt will play behind. And the 3-2 coming to Doyle. And that misses. So the Rockies have something going here with 2 outs in the 8th.
Well, it looked like Williams overthrew that fastball. We'll go out and talk to him. He yanked that one changeup and then he overthrew that 3-2 fastball upstairs.
Matt Blake, pitching coach, on his way back to the Yankee dugout.
Well, again, Flash, you're in a situation that if you're going to get beat here, you want to get beat away. Everything should be away from Toglia.
Goodman off of second, Doyle off of first. Toglia, the switch hitter. And he takes that changeup down. Toglia, a guy who's gotten off to a slow start this year, had a couple of days off to work on his swing. Up in a big spot here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And Williams quickly ahead, 1-2. And the 1-2. Williams gets him. He earned it there in the bottom of the 8th inning. 3 strikeouts for Williams. The Yankees lead this one 5-3. And may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. Williams gets congratulations in the Yankee dugout. He had to earn it. A lot of pitches, but 3 strikeouts in the inning.
Yeah, big inning for him, especially here in Colorado, and getting out of that little jam that he got himself into.
The pitcher for the Rockies, the hard-throwing right-hander, Seth Halverson. 100 miles an hour average fastball velo. It'll be 9-1-2. Peraza, Goldschmidt, and Rice.
Halverson pitched a clean inning on Friday against the Yankees to help the Rockies win the opener.
Ground ball foul. Peraza 0 for 3. Luke Weaver getting ready in the Yankee bullpen. Yankees trying to take the last 2 games in this 3-game set. Continue on the long road trip out to Anaheim. Popped up right side. Tolia settling underneath in foul territory. 1 down. Today, after the Yankees coverage on Yes, keep it here for the latest episode of The Story of My Number, presented by the New York Lottery, featuring Dwight Gooden. Then this Wednesday at 7:30, don't miss a new episode with number 21, Paul O'Neill, on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Paul Goldschmidt, another good game for him. 2 for 4, couple of runs. And a fastball up and in. Just missed. It'll get your attention.
Yeah, it will. At 99 miles an hour.
Good slider in there for a strike to get ahead in the count. 1-2.
You get 99 up and in, you step off the plate a little bit more.
That would get my attention, and then 2 sliders down and away. Fastball in at 100 miles an hour. 2 down.
You can see Goodman set up on the inside half again. And some good movement at 100.
That'll bring up the DH, Ben Rice, 0 for 3 with a walk. Hit a hard line drive his first at bat to right field. And a big swing at the hard throwing right-hander. Yankees scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the fifth, 1 in the eighth for their 5. Rockies 2 in the first, 1 in the sixth. They trail 5-3. And the 0-2 to Ben Rice. Slider misses down and in, actually a split. Hot shot, right field. Moniak's not going to be able to come up with that one. It's over his head, short hops the wall. And Ben Rice in the second with a 2-out double, which will give the captain, Aaron Judge, another at bat.
Yeah, you wonder if they're going to walk Judge here with first base open. But this is a fastball, a great at bat, and he got on top of, and he drilled it to right center field.
Well, you're all over it, Nelly. They're going to intentionally walk Aaron Judge. A lot of Yankee fans in the building not happy with that decision. Comes the pitching coach, Darryl Scott.
On some occasions, I'm surprised that doesn't happen more when there's first base open and Aaron Judge comes up, whether there's men on or not.
Fans after the final out get highlights, analysis, clubhouse interviews, and hear from the manager. Plus a look ahead to the series with the Angels. That's all coming up on the W.B. Mason Yankees postgame. Bob Lorenz and Jack Curry have been busy this afternoon. A little pregame show, rain delay coverage for an hour and 46 minutes.
Overtime.
A little extended 7th inning cut-in.
If they got their pizza like in between and
we're going to give everybody another good post-game show, so you got to tune in. As Cody Bellinger walks up to the plate, 0 for 3. Nelly, I know it's the move that you have to make, walking Aaron Judge, but I kind of would have liked to see Halverson and his 100-mile-an-hour fastball going against Aaron Judge.
Yeah, to see how far that thing can go over the wall.
Rice off a second, Judge off a first. Hot shot back up the middle. Tovar was played perfectly. So the Yankees strand a few in the top of the ninth. Luke Weaver will be on trying to close this one out.
Three ice cold Jägermeister shots, please. Those look warm.
Serve it cold or don't serve it at all. Jägermeister. Damn, that's cold.
We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Let's just get one of everything.
Fire everything! Yes, chef! 3% cash back on chicken! Yes, chef! 3% cash back on desserts.
Sorry, chef.
What's in your wallet?
On a distant world, darkness marched ever closer. In the hour of reckoning, you stood as one. And all the while, you were vacuuming. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen.
When your check engine light comes on, check out Tinker. Auto experts on demand, helping you fix your car in real time. That means no long waits, no big bills, and no major headaches. Just grab a wrench and your phone and fix it yourself with Tinker.
This app, I think, is revolutionary and has really helped me.
I feel proud to have been able to get done what I did. The car drives fantastic.
It's a quick and easy source of expert information.
Coming schedule brought to you by your local Tri-State Buick dealers. Yankees will fly out to Anaheim tonight, play 3 against the Angels. Day off on Thursday, and 3 games over the weekend against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Come back, have Monday off, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday against the Guardians, and then the rival Boston Red Sox in for the weekend for a 3-game set.
First time the Yankees will see the Red Sox.
Luke Weaver trying to close it out here in the bottom of the ninth. 21 games, 7 out of 8 in save opportunities, and that .40 ERA.
He's been incredible again. Fastball changeup. He's a strike thrower. You see those 6 walks. He doesn't put guys on. This isn't the place to be putting guys on.
Well, it'll be 7, 8, and 9 for the Rockies. Mickey Moniak Lead off 0 for 3, trying to get something going here in the ninth for Colorado. Deep drive to right field. Judge going back, looking and gone. A home run for Mickey Moniak to cut the lead 5-4 Yankees.
Well, that big insurance run in the 8th inning, Escara's RBI base hit. And it was a big run right there. Would have made it a tie ball game, but right there, a fastball. He's just trying to get ahead. He first pitched through for a ball, wanted to get back into the count, left it up. And it was in. He was supposed to be down and away, out over the middle of the plate.
That is the first home run that Luke Weaver has given up this year, and he knew it. Martini, number 8 hitter in the lineup for the Rockies. Martini 0 for 3, fly out, ground out, and a strikeout. And the 1-1 from Weaver. Line drive left field. Bellinger settling underneath it. 1 down. Good swings against Weaver here in the ninth.
Yeah, it's nice to get that out. You got a 4-seam fastball, a little fly ball to left field. You have to get over that home run quickly. You still have the lead.
1 down to bring up Ariel Amador, 0 for 3, number 9 hitter for the Rockies. Peraza playing in on the grass, possibility of a bunt. First pitch swinging, looper to left field, and that is going to drop. A hit for Amador, good job by Bellinger, hustling it up, getting it in, holding him to a single.
That was a jam shot. The fastball again is supposed to be away. It was inside and up, and it jammed Amador. And this is in no man's land. You see Bellinger playing more towards left center field. And no chance for that. And Amador maybe thinking 2, but he had to put the brakes on.
Well, we're going to have a pinch runner. Tyler Freeman. Freeman can run, 3 stolen bases, has not been thrown out. So things getting interesting here, bottom of the ninth against Luke Weaver. Yankees lead 5-4. Weaver's going to check on Freeman. And Jordan Beck up at the plate. One for 4, double in a first, scored a run.
Got a big hole between first and second. Mayhew playing Beck to pull. Goldschmidt has to hold on the runner.
Base hit the other way. Freeman to second. Beck with a 1-out single.
You can almost see it. You had that huge hole, and Beck does a good job of going the other way. He gets a pitch. Another mislocated pitch from Weaver that was supposed to be inside and caught too much of the plate, and it was up. A little bit easier for Beck to go the other way. There you see how he lets that ball travel. He's thinking right field the whole way. And they exposed that big hole in between first and second.
Moniak led off the ninth with a home run. Martini a hard line drive to left. Amador dumped a base hit in the left field, and now Jordan Beck, a hot shot the other way. This is where the big-time relievers, they realize they're one pitch away. 3 hits allowed today already, a season high. You're one pitch away from working your way out of trouble here. Here's Ezequiel Tovar. First and second, one down.
Well, you know Tovar is going to be aggressive. He's a free swinger. He does not want to walk. He wants to try to be the hero here. Beck at first has a lot of speed. Anything in the gap, he's probably scoring.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss at a changeup. Weaver quickly ahead 0-2.
Yeah, you stay with that pitch. I wouldn't give him a fastball here. Just stay with something down and off speed. Another good changeup.
Well, the Colorado Rockies have not won a series. 0 for 16 this season. They're trying to change that. Luke Weaver's trying to pick up a save. The Yankees are looking to take 2 out of 3.
Well, it looked like a Scarborough wanted something inside. I would stay down and away. The fastball location in this inning has not been that great with Weaver. Well, fastball. This sets up the next pitch. You get Tovar, even though you didn't mean to go in that high. It does set up that changeup down and away.
Freeman off of second. Beck his lead off of first. And the 1-2 to Tovar spoiled the other way.
That was a changeup. It was elevated. This is where you want something down in the dirt.
See Luke Weaver turn around. He got away with one right there. A good swing from the Rockies shortstop. And the 1-2. Do it again. Fly ball right field. Easy play for Aaron Judge. Freeman is tagging. He will hold at second. And a big out from Luke Weaver.
Well, that was a good battle with Tovar. The 7-pitch at bat finally got him with a changeup away.
Tomorrow night, stay up late with Yes for a battle of young shortstops as Anthony Volpe and the Bombers head to Los Angeles for a matchup with Zach Neto and the Angels. Pre-game coverage begins at 9 o'clock with first pitch scheduled for shortly after 9:30 on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. A good matchup coming up here. Hunter Goodman, 340 hitter with runners in scoring position, against Luke Weaver, the closer for the Yankees. Yankees trying to hold on, take 2 or 3 here in Colorado. Goodman walked in the first, struck out in the third. Ground ball in the sixth, and a base hit his last at bat. Swing and a miss with a good changeup. Weaver gets ahead.
Goodman looked like he was thinking fastball there.
31 RBIs lead the Rockies. Freeman off a second. Beck taking his lead off of first. They'll be on the move with contact. Another swing and a miss. Yankees 1 strike away.
Well, just like Tovar, 2 changeups away, 2 bad swings. I would go right back out there.
A lot of Yankee fans still hanging around at Coors Field. They're on their feet. And the 0-2 from Luke Weaver. Yankees looking for their 32nd victory of the year. And the 2-2 from Weaver. That's fouled off. Some good swings on the fastball from Luke Weaver here in the ninth.
Yeah, and that was elevated. I would go with that changeup down, try to bounce something away. He's had some poor swings on that changeup down.
The 21st pitch of the inning from Weaver on the way. 2-2. Ground ball out in front of the plate. Should be an easy play for Weaver. The underhand toss. And the Yankees take 2 out of 3 from the Colorado Rockies. It was not easy for Luke Weaver in the bottom of the ninth. The Yankees will win their 32nd game of the season and take that victory.